is I read the 7-page Rino response to how Senator Portman voted yesterday on the emergency bill.
Okay.
I find it 7 pages of incongruity that mean nothing.
Okay, I'll share that with you.
I'm a little concerned because he's been in the Senate since 2011, and we've not had a congressional budget passed with all 12 appropriations since 2001. And part of what he talks about in here is the solution to not supporting our president was to wait for the budget appropriation. Well, we all know that doesn't work because we've not had a budget since 2001. You know, we've been living with continuing resolutions and all these tricks we have to play to make the American people feel that the rhinos are doing something. Because make no mistake about it, yesterday every single Democrat voted the party line, and we had 12 rhinos, including Rhino Rob Portman, who voted with them. So from my perspective, yesterday we had 2 Democrat senators vote. I'm 72 years old. I'm worried about what's going on the border. Now I hear him talking about that here, but it doesn't make any sense. Now, you and I have been in school. When you were in school, what was it, 65%? If you got a 65, would that be a D or an F?
I don't remember.
You don't remember? But as a 65, was that it's not, I don't even think today it's a C, is it? It's either got to be a D or an F. The reason I asked the question is, according to Heritage Action, Senator Robert Portman's got a 65% conservative voting record. Now, you know how I process that at my age, knowing what I know about history? That means 65% of the time when he got credit, they were softballs. But when real tough issues come down, where there were curveballs and hardballs and spitballs, Rob went to the 35% and voted the Democrats. So I've been voting, I left the GOP 10 years ago. I've held my nose and voted for Rob Portman and John Boehner and a whole bunch of rhinos, and I don't do that anymore. The only 3 votes I can proudly say I voted as a Republican or as a conservative was Richard Nixon, Ronald Reagan, and Donald Trump. So you can tell Mr. Portman that I've stopped going to the Golden Lamb 10 years ago when I found out he owned it and he was a rhino. And I no longer have my family Christmas parties there like we used to. The gentleman who was with me did the same thing. We stopped it, so he will get no more votes from me. He's as much an embarrassment as John Boehner was. So you can tell Rob Portman, as far as I'm concerned, he's a Democrat.
Okay.
Now, I'm going to leave you with this. This is the 65% score that you don't know if it's a D or an F. You look young enough, you've probably been in school a lot sooner than I have been. But when I went to school, 65% was a D, or maybe an F, depending on who's grading it. That's his scorecard right there, 65%.
Okay.
Thanks for seeing me. Bye.